Hello and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Mary and welcome to another Craft Day Monday, where every Monday I post a new video. In today's video we're going to be doing a floating Sprite, and we're going to be working with resin. So yeah, and if you don't want to do a Sprite, you can do any other pop that you want. You could do Coke, you could do Pepsi, Mountain Dew, whichever color you want. And I'm going to be doing Sprite. So you're going to need a Sprite can. I got 18 gauge wire. You're going to be needing this. You're going to be needing glue sticks. And I just cut some random pieces of glue stick. That's going to be my ice. You're going to need a straw if you choose to put one on it. And you're going to be needing your resin. I got two parts, A and B. And I've already went ahead and poured mine in my cup so I can mix it. And you're going to need gloves so you can keep your hands protected. And we're hot glue. So we're going to go ahead now and turn our camera down so you can see what I'm doing. Alright. So first of all, and I forgot to mention, you're going to need some clear plastic from a package or whatever. You can even use a Ziploc baggie. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go ahead and we're going to bend our wire. So you're going to bend your wire and then we're going to give it a little bit of a twist. So we're just going to bend and we're going to twist. All I'm doing is twisting the wire on itself. And this is 18 gauge wire. So once you have it bent up on the ends, I'm going to grab my cutters. I got my wire cutters here. So we're going to go ahead and cut this off. And this is what you're going to have. This is what you're going to end up with. You're going to go ahead and you're going to bend your wire this way so you have a straight edge right here. And then you're going to bend it back this way. So this is what you're going to end up with. This is what your wire is going to look like. So you're going to have it like this. You have your end here. You're going to bend it this way. And then you're going to take it and you're going to bend it under a little bit like that. So this is what it's going to look like. And once you do that, you're going to take this. You're going to take your wire, your clear plastic. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this into a piece. Set that there. So once you do that, you're going to take some hot glue. You're going to put some hot glue on your wire. Let's grab a glue stick. So you're going to put a little bit of hot glue on your wire, just like this. And very carefully, you're going to go ahead and wrap this wire all the way around this. You're going to take your plastic and we're going to wrap it. Let's cut off the extra. We're not going to need all of this. So we're going to cut off the extra. Move that. And you're just going to continue to take your hot glue and you're going to wrap that plastic all the way around the wire. So wrap that plastic all the way around the wire. And once you get that plastic wrapped all the way around the wire, I already have one done, you're going to take hot glue and you're going to go up and down the whole wire. Once you do that, this is what you're going to end up with. It's hard to see because it's clear. But as you can see, it's bent here, in here. So now we're going to grab our glass, and this is the kind of glass I'm working with. I had to work with what I had at home because I didn't want to go out and buy anything. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and bend this up a little. You're going to have to play around with it until you're happy with the position. And I am going to bend mine up a little. And now I'm just going to take some hot glue, and I'm just going to put a good amount of hot glue right on my wire. And we're just going to stick that down off in the cup. And you want to hold it here and allow it time to dry. Normally I would have this step already done, but I didn't want to do the whole thing off camera. And I'm going to try to very carefully squeeze a little bit of hot glue right down on top of that wire. And this is just going to hold that wire into place. And you're going to have to hold that until it dries. So I'm going to have to hold that here. And I can't let it go because it'll fall over. So I need to hold this until it dries. And in the meantime, while that's drying, I am going to take my can with the Sprite side facing me. So it's displayed. And I'm just going to put this on just to see what it's going to look like. I'm going to hold that there. Try to keep that in place. And I'm going to put some hot glue down off in my can. Let's move this. So we're going to turn our can this way. And we're just going to put some hot glue down off in there. And you want to put a good amount. And then we're just going to take and we're going to loop it, and we're going to hold it here, allowing this time to dry. And I'm just going to hold this here, and we're going to let this dry. So basically, I'm just holding this here and allowing everything to dry. Okay, it's pretty dry. Now that I can move on to the next part. So this is what it looks like. Let me turn my camera a little bit. So there's that. So we're going to set this off to the side and let that finish drying. So now we're going to come in with our resin, and we have a stick. And as I mentioned before, I have 2 parts A and B equally measured. So you're going to take these two and you're going to combine them. And make sure you get all of that because this stuff ain't cheap. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to mix these two until they're well combined. And you want, and I'm going to mix mine because I want the bubbles because it's going to be soda. So I want to have the bubbles. So I'm just going to make sure that I got this mixed really well because if you don't have it mixed really well, it's not going to cure. So I'm just going to go ahead and mix this and continue to mix. And I have a little spoon here also that I'm going to be using. So I'm just going to continue to stir. And like I said, and this will dry clear. It probably looks yellow on camera, but it will dry clear. I made a floating Coke a couple years ago, so I decided to try something different, like a different soda. So yeah. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and stick that in here, and I'm going to go in with my spoon and just give it another stir. That's good enough. Now we're going to bring pull it back some. We're going to bring it back, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to slowly pour. And that's what it looks like. Now I'm going to take some of the mixture that I have here, and I'm just going to go ahead and pour a little bit like this, just right down on top of. This is just going to make sure everything is nice and hard. And I don't want to waste it, so I'm just going to go ahead and pour my rest of it down off in here. There we have that. And now I'm just taking my fingers and I'm just going to go ahead with the rest. And I'm just going to continue to pour this down on top. Set that there, and I'm going to grab some paper towels. So I went and grabbed me a piece of paper towel so I can just clean up this, and I'm just going to carefully wipe around my cup. Now, when this cures, now the last thing we're going to do, well, we're going to do two more things. If you want, you could take a straw and put a straw down off in there. I like to use a straw. So I'm just going to grab my scissors, and this is a little long. So I'm just going to bring this back so y'all can see. So this is a little bit long, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut a little bit off. And I'm going to cut here. And we're just going to stick that down off in here. And this is going to, and it's going to float right now. I may just wait until it starts to get a little bit tacky, and then I may just stick my straw down off in there. That way it'll stay in place. So yeah, this is what it looks like. And like I said, I'm just going to set this to the side so that can go ahead and do what it has to do. And the last thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and cut up your glue sticks to make your little ice pieces. And ice come in so many different shapes and sizes today, it's unreal. But for my ice, I just used a glue stick, and I just basically cut little pieces off like this, but I went with this shape instead. So yeah, I'm just gonna pull these back so y'all can see. So this is the shape that I went with, but you can also use little pieces like this. Or if you have a silicone ice tray, you can make it that way too. I don't have one. I would have to go out and buy one, so I'm working with what I have here at home. And that's it. Now, you don't want to drop these down off in your resin now, because if you do, it's just going to float to the bottom because it needs to be tacky. So you want to wait till it get tacky to touch, and you could tell when it's ready if you take a toothpick or your finger and you touch it and it feels kind of sticky. That's when you want to put your ice cubes into your drain, in your straw. But yeah, that is it for this video. I'm going to bring it back. Here it is. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to turn it this way so the leg, and I think I'm going to go ahead and take my straw out and let this go ahead and cool and get tacky so I can re-stick my straw in there and just set it to the side. And that is it. That is it for this video. Here's our little floating drink. If you like this video, please give me a like and a thumbs up. If you want to see me do any other type of crafts, let me know in the comment box below. And yeah, if you are not already subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can become part of my YouTube family. And make sure you set your post notifications so whenever I post a video, you'll always be notified and you won't miss out. With that being said, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch one of my videos, and I hope you all stay safe and have a nice day. Bye.